What's it like to be a Christian in an overwhelmingly Muslim country here?
Well, Christians here in Jordan have always felt, really one and the same with the Muslims in Jordan. And it goes back thousands of years, really, Tucker. So it's always felt like we're really one and the same. Islam is very much an integral part of our culture as Christians here. Yeah, we feel very comfortable.
As Christians here?
As Christians, absolutely. Christianity started, right? We are the ancient Christians.
Yes.
It's a bit upsetting for me.
Jesus was baptized right there.
Right here. This is a very special place, the baptism site. It's very close to our hearts as Christians, not just here, but all over the world.
Did you experience discrimination growing up here as a Christian?
Never. I've never felt discriminated against as a Christian. Of course, there's people that don't sometimes understand Christian religious tradition, and there are sometimes questions, and there are sometimes theological, of course, differences, and you can have a discussion about that and argue about that, right? But discrimination, in terms of, I feel at a disadvantage to be a Christian here, absolutely not. I was thinking about sort of why is Jordan a special sort of model for that, right? Of coexistence, of interfaith harmony. I think there's three things, Tucker, and if these three things are there, Christian minorities in the Holy Land, they will thrive. Number one is we have constitutional rights as equal citizens. It's in the Jordanian constitution. So Christians and Muslims here have the same rights, complete equality. When it comes to even matters relating to Christian affairs, whether it's marriages and even some civil affairs, there are Christian courts that are different from the Sharia courts that there are for Muslims. So in that sense, there's this sort of coexistence. But when it comes to, of course, civil and commercial and all of those kinds of laws, those apply to all of us equally here in Jordan. So constitutional rights are protected. That's number one.
So So Christianity is an official religion here.
Absolutely. There's in the Constitution, there's freedom of worship, freedom of religion in the Constitution. So so very importantly, if you want to protect Christian minorities or any minority in that regard anywhere in the world, constitutional rights have to be established. And they were established here from the very start, right? When the Jordanian tribes and the Hashemites agreed to form a constitution. And they've been there since then. So I would say that's the first thing. The second thing, which I really think is important, is stability.
Yeah.
Right. And the moment you don't have stability, the first to suffer are the minorities.
Are the weak, of course.
Are the weak. And, stability is so important. Economic stability, political stability, security stability. And that's why it's so sacred, actually, to ensure that there is stability in the region. I would say the last thing is leadership. We're very fortunate here to have, His Majesty King Abdullah and the Hashemite leadership. Truly, really tremendously fortunate, because the Hashemites have always been about interfaith dialogue, discourse, meritocracy, compassion, mercy. So I think when you have, great leadership, stability, and constitutional rights, a Christian minority can thrive, and that's what we have here. The Hashemites are very much the custodians of the Christian and the Muslim sites in Jerusalem. Yes. And I think maybe that, if you allow me, Tucker, I think that's something that people don't realize, is that a lot of the restoration work that happens there is very much funded personally by the king. The tomb of Jesus Christ in the Holy Sepulchre was restored by personal donations from King Abdullah. And it says something...
Wait, what?
Absolutely, yeah.
The tomb of Jesus was restored by the Muslim king of Jordan?
Yeah, that's the king of Jordan.
It's kind of a surprise ending to the story, I have to say. I don't think...
He's a direct descendant of the Prophet Muhammad, right? And he's the one restoring the tomb of Jesus Christ. And I think that's this interfaith story.